everybody, it's me again, and I wanted to sort of do a tutorial here for you, a little loaded pocket tutorial. We're just doing the pocket part of this on this video, and I've got two already cut and working on the third. I actually had a third one going, but I cut this too short. So I'm actually using my printable kit, which is called XOXO. It's in my shop, links down below, and the finished product I think is 4 or 4.5 by 5.5, something like that. But what we're doing here is I'm going to cut this down. I do print most of my stuff on the laser printer, so I get this border, which I'm going to take off so it doesn't mess me up. And we're going to leave this width that I have here. I'm going to leave that last border because I don't need to cut that border. I'm going to cut it shorter than that. So we're leaving this width, which is just like an 8 and almost a quarter, almost. And then the length has to be 10.5. So I had accidentally cut 10 on my last piece of paper. So 10.5. Okay, so that's why I didn't cut that white, because it was going to be shorter than that anyways. Alright, so I think for now I don't need my cutter. So it's just going to make a small loaded pocket, just enough to put a few goodies. And I wanted to just use one piece of paper instead of several like I do sometimes. Usually I'll do like one for the front, back, and then one for the cover. I mean for the pocket in the front. So now let's just start scoring, and we're going to score. I'm going to kind of follow this. We're going to score at the 4-inch mark, 4.5, 5, and then we're going to scoot all the way down to the 9-inch, 9.5, and 10. So let's see. I'm just going to, because I always forget. 4, and I'm going to go all the way down, even though the bottom part might not matter. 4, 4.5, and 5. And then the next one was 9 inches. Right before I do that, yeah, 9, 9.5, and then 10. Okay, so then we're going to flip it this way, and then this way we are going to score it on the 5.5-inch mark. 5.5. All right, so we will need this again, because we're actually going to score again this bottom section and make smaller little gussets. So now what we need to do is we're going to be cutting. Let me just fold first. Sometimes it's easier to see your marks if it's folded. So we're going to just go ahead and score. And I'm scoring from, see, this is the inside, and then I'm scoring this way. And then the middle gusset here, we're going to score in, in. And let me do this whole thing here. And then the third one out. Okay. So this forms our first gusset right here, so you can see. And then now we're going to do these 3 same way. Out or in, I don't know how. I guess this one's more like out. And then the last piece here. So you would glue this part to this, and that would give you your pocket, right, with a gusset. But here we want to, I want to make that little extra pocket. So I'm going to cut off one side, which will be this section here that's on this left flap. I am going to cut that off because this whole section here is going to fold up. So I'm just going to follow my lines, my folded lines, which is hard to see. And now we've got this, right? And then this is going to go up, but we need to cut now. What I'm going to do is cut again on, actually I gotta fold this up too. Let me fold this up on that one crease that I have. All right, now I can do this because it's a little easier to see. So I'm gonna cut the folds up to the last line here. So we just have these two little folds, right? And I'm gonna do the same thing on this other side, just cut. And over here, I'm gonna cut off this last flap that we don't need because there's only 2 on this side and 3 on this side, so we won't need that little one there. Don't touch this one. Okay, so now it's beginning to look more like what I want. So it would be, and I'm going to be cutting more soon, and this would be your pocket. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, since I've already cut this, I'm going to cut this a little bit at an angle now. Just a little, get in there. So there's no bulk. And then this one too. Okay, so that way it's easier to fold up. You saw I was having a little bit of issues there. Now I shouldn't have that much of an issue. Okay. So we would adhere this. And now let's finish scoring here before we start gluing. And what I'm going to do is just add 2 more score marks in between each, like from here to here there's going to be 1, and then from here and here there's going to be another one. So I'm just going to, where's my thing? Put this here and just do it at every 1/4 inch. So we've already got that mark, so we're just going to put 1/4 inch here. I think I'm going to be cutting again, I think. We've got the 1/2 inch mark and now the 3/4 inch mark here. And then the same thing on this side. Here's our 5 inch mark, so 5 1/4. We already got the 1/2 and then 3 1/4. But these last pieces here I'm going to cut off because to make it easier, well, let's just fold them, the ones that didn't get folded yet. This last flap to glue on here should not be in that direction. It should be going in. So we're just going to cut those last 2 pieces. And there's the one, and then I'm going to cut off this one. I think did I fold everything? So we're just going to double check, make sure everything works out. Fold it all up. It's not going to be like perfect for some reason. It just wants to kind of go on its own. Like this one's coming out. I don't know why. Let's see if I can remedy that. Okay, we've got one mark here. Let's see if that fixes my issues. Okay, I think that's a little better. Okay, so we've got it going there. So now let's just glue it and then we should have a pocket. I don't know if there's still anything left in this one. I have been trying to get rid of this, but it always has some glue left in here. I don't want to open up a new one until I'm completely done. It does last a while. Okay, so we're going to open this whole thing up, and now we're just going to put some glue on this flap here. I'm trying not to put too much, but I am trying to spread it out. It's just, oh, I forgot a paper towel. Now it's going to be on my finger. And then just bring that flap over and connect them. Now I gotta get a paper towel. Oh, come here. All right. So that should be good. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Now we're just going to do the little teeny tiny flaps that we got here. This one's going to be a little more trickier because it's so small. I think there's enough glue there. Let's quickly get that down, and hopefully I had enough glue. If not, you could just add more glue. I think we're good. I'm going to do it one more time with the other one. I still have to do it 3 times. But, you know, it's just big enough to add a few little things. And then this one too, it's not that big of a gusset. I was just trying to use one sheet of paper without having to cut so many. We could do where I like to cut here and then roll it. But I think I'm going to leave it this way. I think I'm going to leave these because they're so small. So let's just do this one too. And I think I had to cut that one still. That extra. Yeah, I have to cut it. I haven't cut the little extra flap here. Okay. So, same thing like before. And this one's a little wonky. Then these little flaps here. Okay. Alright, so I think that is it. I just got 1/3 one, the last one to do, and then we'll fill it. Right now I'm just going to stop and just show you. Should be able to put at least one of these wands, see, and then I'll put other things. They're going to stick out. Let's see what I have. Anything available right now. Let's just say, even though it's not a new pack, like if you're gonna gift, let's see, that's too tall. Well, let's just say we do this. So you can do that, put this in here, and then just put, you know, some other stuff. Put a little paper clip and just fill it like that. And it's small. You could just keep, you know, putting more stuff. You could put a little handmade bite in the back, and that's pretty much it. So, oops, that's backwards. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I will do just very light decorating on here, not too much. And then when they are done, I will definitely show you how it came out. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.